Top of the hour, let's begin with the updates where after a Casteist slur was caught on camera by a DMK mantri, the Stalin Sarkar has taken no action. Though the government has promised action, but the only change is rewarding the minister with another ministry. Despite the insult, the mantri has been named as the head of the Backward Welfare Department, Pratibha.
That's right. And on the recommendations that have come in of the Chief Minister CM Stalin, the portfolios of Transport, Nationalised Transport and Motor Vehicles Act that was held by Raja Kannappan would now be handed to Minister SS Shiv Shankar. The move is a response to an allegation that has come in by a block development officer belonging to from a district who had claimed that there was a casteist slur that was head at him. So now, despite the controversy that has broken out, it looks like the Stalin Sarkar has decided to reward this mantri. Instead of sacking him completely, he has just been transferred to another department.
முதல் வார்த்தை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டார்டிங் வேர்டு நீ ஒரு SC BDO நீ வந்து SC BDO மினிஸ்டர் அதாவது நம்மளுடைய சேர்மன் சொல்றதை நீ கேட்ப, மற்றவங்க யார் சொல்றதையும் கேட்க மாட்டேன், சேர்மன் நிர்வாகத்தை மட்டும்தான் நீ கேட்ப அப்படிங்கிறத அழுத்தமா சொல்லி ஒரு சண்டை போடுற மாதிரி ஆக்ரோஷமா SC BDO, அதனாலதான் உன்னை நான் இங்கே வச்சிருக்கிறேன், நீ ஒரு SC BDO, உன்னை இந்த BDO சீட்லயே உன்னை நான் வைக்க மாட்டேன், இன்னைக்கு உன்னை நான் டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணிடுவேன்.
There is no complaint against the minister. Police can take action only if there is a specific complaint against the minister. By looking at the reports in the media, when we take action.
So when Times Now actually questioned about the lack of serious action in the case, the minister Raja Kannappan lost his cool and tried to attack our camera. This is what happened.
The Natarajan Deputy Commissioner is very Sir, opposition parties take ranga sir. You can't attack the camera, sir. The Natarajan Deputy Commissioner is very Sir, opposition parties take ranga sir. You can't attack the camera, sir.
So first, the minister was caught on camera with a casteist slur on a video officer. After that, when Times Now questioned him, the journalist Shilpa Nair was attacked by the minister as well. And despite all of this, everything being on camera, no action has been taken. He has only been transferred, which seems more of a reward for what has happened. Shilpa Nair joins us on this broadcast. Shilpa, first the casteist slur, then of course when you tried to ask questions, he also attacked you. But now we see that the Stalin Sarkar seems to have rewarded him.
Well, that's right. In fact, questions are being raised about the DMK government's action against this particular minister, Raja Kannappan, because earlier, of course, the DBAC had raided an official named Natarajan. He was a Deputy Transport Commissioner in Chennai. And when the DBAC raided him, they caught 35 lakh rupees, which they claim was bribe money that he had taken from his juniors for promoting them. And when we asked Raja Kannappan as to why he was merely transferred and no serious action has been taken, because the opposition parties and anti-corruption activists say the officer should have been at least been suspended or arrested for the bribe that he has taken. But he was merely transferred to Tirunelveli district. And when we questioned Raja Kannappan about this, you saw how the minister lost his cool and he tried to attack our camera. Furthermore, there was another controversy that, of course, broke out wherein, the minister was accused of making casteist slurs against a BDO in Ramanathapuram district. In fact, we just played out that bite that the BDO had given. He goes on to say that the minister referred to him as SC BDO, which means scheduled caste BDO, and repeatedly he used this phrase and he humiliated him, is what the BDO, of course, alleges. And after this, controversy broke out, Chief Minister CM Stalin recommended a portfolio change. So from Transport Department, he is now being made the Minister for Backward Classes Welfare. Now that again is being questioned by the opposition parties. A minister who's made casteist remarks is now being made the Minister for Backward Classes Welfare.
But Shilpa, as far as what happened with you and our VJ is concerned, the BJP seems to be also reacting to that. Just stay on with us as we play out the BJP reaction, because they have taken note of Times Now Newsbreak and they have slammed Stalin's minister for heckling our journalists for doing her job. Listen in.
What do you think of this behavior? Does it deserve to be a minister?
This is what we have been continuously speaking, that they are very expert in shooting the messenger. Media is just doing its job of digging and finding out the truth, which is very, very condemnable. And this is not what Tamil Nadu is all about. Neither do Tamilians appreciate what has happened. And this has to be condemned very strictly. And yesterday also we have said that the minister has to be sacked for whatever has happened. Now, second time he has done it again.
This is unfortunate. I think Mr. Raja Kannappan should have been dismissed for the unnecessary, unhealthy words he had used, and for the unhealthy and corrupt practices in that department. If that is the case, I think a lot of ministers have to go out. But this government, DMK, is encouraging corruption. This government is encouraging bribe among the officials, and this government is encouraging the worsening situation of law and order in Tamil Nadu.
All right, so this is the situation there with the BJP also slamming the Stalin Sarkar, saying that this is not the appropriate action that actually needs to be taken against the Mantri. Rather, he's just been transferred to another department altogether. But Shilpa, if I can come back to you on that, what is exactly the police saying? Because what is being said till now that they do not have an official complaint so far, so they cannot usually take an action against a Mantri like him. All right, Mr. Narayanan is with us, political analyst joining us here on the broadcast. Sir, what kind of action is this? It's rather than being removed from the ministry, the said Mantri is being rewarded by shifting to another department, sir.
Well, the first question is, I feel it is a very important matter, even though I am protesting against the price rise and the loot boot Sarkar exploiting the poor. I am joining this because it's an important issue. I think slur used against the SCs is inappropriate, wrong if it is true. I think it has to be made sure that it has been divested immediately of an important portfolio. Raja Kannappan has been divested of an important portfolio immediately, and he's still a minister. I think an inquiry has to be made, and if proven, he should be dismissed from the ministry. But it is one person's word against the other, and hence he has immediately been divested of the important portfolio. I am sure a thorough inquiry will be done, and if proven, he should be dismissed.
But Mr. Narayanan, the unfortunate bit is that he was caught on camera with this Casteist slur, and despite that, he has been transferred, yes, but he has been transferred to the backward classes ministry. Is that not mocking the victim?
I think if it has been on camera and there's no question of the fact that he has used it, I think he should be divested of the ministry and summarily dismissed from the ministry. There's no question about it. I think any person using slur against anyone, more so against SCs.
Sir, if you want, Mr. Narayanan, we can replay. If you're watching Times Now, I hope that you are. We can replay the entire scenario, the situation that broke out, sir.
I'm not
for your benefit,
it.
sir.
Unfortunately, I have not seen it. I did read about it. And the point is there has been denial from the minister's side. But I take your word as granted that he has been caught on camera, which means there's no denial. Any denial is a wrong and a lie.
But sir, there has not been even a single apology also, leave alone action.
Right. I think absolutely right. I think anybody who has been done this has to be sternly punished, and I think he has to be dismissed from the ministry. There's no question about it. Now, the weakest of the weak, the Constitution protects it. More so, there's a specifically law against using slur. As I said, slur used against anyone is wrong. More so against the weakest of the weak, the Dalits. So he has to be dismissed if he had been caught on camera, and there's no denying factor.
Okay, all right. Mr. Narayanan, thank you for joining us on this broadcast. We'll continue tracking these developments.